Welcome to the Toyo Tires Freeride Hakuba 2021 competition. We are here and ready to go, and what a relief the weather window has opened.
Oh man, it was touch and go for a bit there. Considering 2 days ago you could hardly see your hand in front of your face. Today we can see the entire face in all of its glory and not a breath of wind.
So good to be able to see the face the riders are going to hit for us today. The weather for the last 2 days has been pretty wild. Riders digging themselves in igloos, sheltering from the wind. But now it's on and we are ready to drop in. The venue today up in the backcountry above Hapo-One Ski Resort here in the Hakuba Valley. Kuzurezawa, the crumbling valley. Get a lot of landslides, a lot of earthquakes. It's made that terrain for us. It's an east-facing slope off the south side of the backcountry above Hapo.
We have more snow now than we did at any point of last season, so the features are definitely a little bit different. Maybe a few less, but still an amazing venue.
Let's take a look at the face check 3 days ago. One of the aspects of the Freeride World Tour and the Freeride World Qualifiers and events like the Toyo Tires Freeride Hakuba today is it's visual inspection only. The riders don't get to go to the top and ride down like a ski race and sidestep every corner. They have to look across and just, check it out through binoculars, take photos. But that weather was tough for them.
There was only a few moments where the clouds actually broke and you could see the face at all. So those with cameras and the ability to freeze frame and scout it at their leisure at home was definitely to their advantage. Even that still, being able to find these features is going to be a very, very impressive feat.
Heading up the field, we've got the Snowboard men starting. That's a pretty loaded field. Some of the best freeriders in Japan there. And here we can see the start list. From Izuna, just north of Nagano City here, relatively local, big names. Shin Miyajima, his younger brother Go Miyajima, another really strong rider to look out for. Dropping first is Konishi. Usually if it's powder, dropping first is a great advantage. Do you think that's going to work for him today?
It's going to be... At times, it certainly will be to his advantage. If someone else has already broken through the crust, the bomb holes might get difficult to come back out of. But being able to see other people's tracks is also certainly to your advantage because you can see the change in snow textures. There's going to be sastrugi, there's going to be breakable crust.
Sorry to cut you off, we've got
Takafumi
Konishi out of the gate, dropping in. Signature strong style, no hesitation. He's a veteran of the freeride scene and has the legs to go with it. Strong, big open turns, fast onto the face, heading across to that nose feature, setting up with some spray into a smooth back three. With getting the indie grab, the judges will like seeing that. We don't want to see no grab as in freeriding now. And straight down to the horseshoe cliff zone as well in that early morning light now. Very little hesitation as he's picking his way in. Lining up the drops off a nose.
Very well
Stomps
done. Hold it together. Oh!
The commentators curse just when he looked like he'd stomped that landing. The mixed snow must have been some breakable crust in there, giving him the instant front flip treatment.
That's what it looked like. And it's so hard to predict and impossible to see from above. What looks like powder can be ice or breakable crust or anything in between.
Through the finish line. Yeah, and that shows how difficult it is. Even an experienced rider like Takafumi Konishi unable to stomp the cliffs, even though he had that beautiful three up high. That would have been a very strong run with a grab 360 and a line through one of the most critical sections of the cliff stones there. He is going to be gutted that he couldn't quite piece that one together into the finish line. Let's see how much the judges punish him for that. 59.67 in first for now, but when you're the first out of the gate, that's not going to last too long with that score, unfortunately. Next up, we've got last year's champ, Masaki Mitsuhisa. Right. He has a very different flavor. Rides a twin board when free riding and loves to bring it at switch. Already throwing a little 180 in. He's naturally regular-footed and is riding goofy already here. So this is all switch from Masaki here.
He looks just as comfortable on both sides.
Certainly not something you see all the time. Switch backcountry lines.
No, certainly not.
Picking his way down there, heading back across Looker's right to find some nicer snow and switch slashes. Picking across another zone, switch layback, styling that one out. Might be the only switch layback slash you see in a freeride competition this year. That switch style served him well last year as he ended up on top of the podium. Let's see if he can piece together another winning run here. He's coming around the end of the cliffs and up onto those frozen steps. And just sinking his nose.
Yeah, coming from sun to shadow and back to sun, that's often where the texture changes the most.
Now, perhaps the payback of being centered on a twin board like that, he didn't have a big freeride nose to get him out of jail when that's just sunk through the crust there. But a little bit of fun. And another tumble there.
Frustrating. Such a strong start.
It was going well, but that face has chewed him up and spat him out today. Little recap of that very nice switch layback. And a little going for a little switch frontside ollie up on the wall there. More of a frozen wall ride than a powder ride. But Masaki with the 35-33. Not great to see that he's not injured, but that's not going to trouble the podium today. Next out of the gate, we've got Ryota Arakawa. Looking confident straight out of the gate. Oop, little bit of chatter on the firm snow at the top. You can see him
very demanding.
Dealing with the wind-blown staircase on top of the ridge there. A little butt check there. He needs to just take a breath, get himself together. Those big turns will help settle the nerves. Taking quite a lot of speed through there. Looks like he's heading more for big turns and fresh snow. And he's heading way out to the rider's right. Looker's left of the course. Right on the very edge of the judged area here. Looks like he's looking for more of a creative fresh line. Little bit of hesitation. The judges would like to see that board heading straight down the four line. Not quite able to stick the landing there. Shows how tough these conditions are. Huge transfer air out. Heading outside of the course there. I'm not sure if he's... big
exit, stage right.
I don't know whether he's just got it too excited by the sight of fresh powder to launch into, or whether he's just decided that he's fallen at the top, he's had a butt check, a crash on the cliffs. He's saying, sayonara, I am sending it and riding straight to the bar.
Woo. Yep, taking a few extra bonus turns, ignoring the chunder on the bottom of the finish line.
With just like real free riding, outside of competition, awareness of your surrounding, knowing where you are on the face is key. He's going to get a DNF for that as he launched outside of the competition area there. But I think he's going to be pretty happy with that last send to powder anyway. Next up, we've got one of the lucky foreign riders who's been lucky enough to be stuck in Japan during a great snow year, Woody Newman-Stone. Riding based in Jackson Hole for the last 6 years before coming to Japan, 2019. Based now in
Nozawa.
Nozawa Onsen, yeah, working at Compass House there, under two ex-Olympian and X Games stars, Yuta and Manami Ueno.
Looking very smooth, very controlled.
Yeah, this is a confident ride from Woody so far. You know, he's based in Ozawa. He's only had the visual inspection to check out this face, not like some of the locals who have ridden here before, but he is attacking this as if it's his own backyard.
Ooh.
Coming from Jackson, would think he's maybe familiar with some serious consequential terrain.
And going into a new section of the horseshoe.
Oh, straight through, no hesitation.
Very
Whoa!
fun line. Yeah. Oh. In the cloud of dust, it looks like just a little check.
That was an impressive attack there with no hesitation, coming in, which will have been fully blind for him, just rolling straight in and almost sticking a really strong line there.
Super impressive. Such a hard thing to do, to find your line from the top and stick it so close.
His line just leading him into a slightly uphill landing there. He throws his hands up. Frustration, not quite able to stick it, but I think he's going to be, despite a low score, I think he's going to be happy that he really rode as he would have wanted to ride without, you know, without hesitation, fluid, strong riding. That was a close one. Next up, we have Masaya Furusawa. Smooth and confident out of the gate. Just navigating that difficult snow along the top of the ridge. See which section he's gonna attack. We've seen a little bit of a division so far between the guys that want to put down a smooth line with big turns and those looking for the features to trick off. Little air there off the center booter and linking it up with an air off the nose. Yeah. No grab, but he's stomped the landing without a butt check or a hand down. So that will be building his confidence. Heading down to the cliffs. What's he got for us here? Oh, looks like he's heading around them slightly. Nice. Keeping his speed up, airing down off the shelves and making a new line around there, finding some good snow and cutting back under. Some beautiful fluid turns there. The judges will like that. Throwing up some nice spray. Oh, and a little powder butter 360 there.
Why not?
Yeah, showing the judges that he's riding within his comfort zone and enjoying the face rather than hanging on for dear life at the bottom there. And a cheer through the finish line. 72,
the new score to beat.
Yeah. Out of breath.
Yeah, out of breath, big smile, good bow.
Next up, we have got Masaki Maki Kitai, one of the local riders, part of Hachi crew who ride here on Hatpo, riding for Ride Snowboards. Could be considered one of the local favorites. He's a bigger, stronger rider as well, and a good skater. He brings some skate skills as well as freeride strength. So let's see what he's got for us today. Big spray off the top there, big turns. He's someone that will be looking for some features to send it off as well, I think.
Lining up the nose, good little grab.
Yeah, good solid grab there. Looking strong on his feet as always. Little ollie over the features there. Heading into the cliffs. He's going to take the same line through Woody's notch. Dropping in with minimal hesitation.
And if he can avoid that uphill double fall line landing, and he has. Well done.
He's laced that one really nicely.
Yeah.
Oh, little layback slash and drop off that
done.
features. That was steezy.
Through the ice ledges of doom.
Jibbing.
Those are so difficult.
What a waste. Little nose butter through the finish line. Oh, big smiles. But just taking a butt check on those last features there. And he knows how close he came to a podium troubling run there. Okay, next out of the gate, we have Naoki Tawa, a rider who's in here off his own back, no sponsors listed. One of the good things of this is pulling together the both the pro and the top end of the amateur freeride scene here. A chance for people to show the world what they've got. Let's see what he's got for us here. Taking his time, picking his way up, working his way down the ridge to where he wants to make his line. This is where the really strong riders make that difficult snow look so easy. He's heading back across. Oh, looks like he was setting up for a 3, but a moment's hesitation and did the old last minute change of mind to the 180. And something every snowboarder and skier who crashes can relate to. The hectically trying to clean your goggles while trying to keep going. No, I'm fine, don't worry about me. I can't see, but I'm fine. While linking a few more turns. Naoki probably not able to put out his best for us today, but enjoying the turns down the face as well. And it will have been an amazing experience heading up in the gondola before dark and being part of an event like the Toyo Tires Freeride Hakuba. And he'll take that experience and grow from it as a rider too.
Yeah, just being up there this morning for sunrise, anybody would consider that a absolute first-rate treat.
Yeah, and a great atmosphere among all the riders here, really showing the community among the free riders of Japan. Not able to get what I think he hoped to be a frontside 360 there, turn into the frontside 180 to goggle wipe, and Naoki just taking a 31 there. Down at the bottom. Catch your board, Naoki. Okay, next up, Taichi Sato, another member of the Hachi crew based here on Happo, riding for November Snowboards, made in Japan, based in Nagano City, just an hour away. Another rider who has what could be considered local advantage and looking smooth and confident on the way in. Taking his time to lay out some big spray turns there. New line.
Yeah, uncharted territory.
The judges will like that. Heading cross-cording across to some fresh snow. Lining up feature there. Nice, really nice free riding back 3 there. Landing in that wind-blown snow, but powering out with the strong legs. Up onto the
shadow.
Oh, that is a huge step down off those frozen pillows onto a pretty flat landing, and his legs just said no. Not able to squat out that landing, but heading through to the finish line. Still playing that. He carved into coming in off the toe side, the classic toe side wind lip back 3, a free riding staple. Got it round, stomped that one. He was feeling pretty pleased with himself there. Spotted the next feature, and that landing was not as soft as it looked. Just nice little melon on the grab on for style. He'll be a little disappointed with that one, but keep an eye out for Lifeline movies from Hachi crew. You'll see more of Taichi in those. Okay, next, no stopping. Next rider out. We've got Masato Hagiwara. He's not having too much trouble there. Early into the face. Looks like he's having fun in some slightly softer snow, or at least doing his best to make it look like it is. Choosing not to hit off the nose and take some big fast turns instead. Speeding down there. He's in a hurry.
He's got an agenda.
He's in a hurry to get to the horseshoe cliffs. He knows what he likes, and it's the gnaw. Straight off the nose. He's
Hold
got
it together. Oh!
And the line out of there is so key to it. You've got those wind lips and shelves, and the slope security team was telling the riders about the cracks that they've got under there as well. And you've just got to keep the board down the four line and pick a line where you're not going to hit anything that's going to crush your run out. And he just wasn't able to thread the right angle there. He caught some soft snow on the landing, and then a bit of an uphill welcome.
Yeah, soft but punchy. It seems like where the other riders have, they've kind of broken through the crust, which sometimes can help and sometimes just brings you further into the hard.
Masato with a 35, unfortunately, he threw it all on the line for the cliff zone, heading down there super fast, not able to stomp the landing. Okay, next up we've got Shinbiyajima, a name that will be most familiar to the viewers, and straight out of the gate with a back three, where most of the riders were just trying to survive through the froze and features on the top there. He's just throwing in a little playful three, showing his class right out of the gate. Shin riding 2-for-1 clothing, Nidecker snowboards. He's ridden a lot of the gnarliest lines out here in the North Japan Alps. So he's one of the riders that will be best equipped. Yeah. Oh, looking a little loose on that back three for a second, but where most people may have not been able to hold on, he just stomped that landing and got back on the program with some smooth turns down to the cliffs. Really showing his experience, piecing together already 2 threes and heading to the cliffs. He knows how to put a run together. Let's see what he's got for us here. Look, scoping out. He's heading into the full gnaw zone. He's very confident among spines and pillows. Wait, surfing down the nose of that one. No problem on the run out. Stomped that one. Made it look like he was just cruising. And another little three. Stacking those up for the judges and making his run longer by heading through this extra zone of pretty nice snow here. Back through those frozen ice shelves that took out a few riders already. No problem.
Well done.
That is a strong run from Shin. 3 threes, 1 straight out of the gate, letting the rest of the field know that's the level. He might have wanted to get a grab there, but no crash. It's all good. A few jump turns, old school extreme, surfing the spine, stomping the landing. Sasuga Shin.
He's going to be happy with that.
Yeah. He's been around the block.
And the judges are happy too.
91. That is the score to beat. The mixture of line, speed, and a lot of spins in there. He's really laid down the marker.
3, 2, 1, drop in.
Next up, Kazuhiro Takase. It's a tough act to follow, dropping in after Shinbiyajima.
Truly so.
Hopefully, he's just going to stick to his line and let us see what he's got.
Dropping out of the dragon scales early. I think that's a wise move.
Yeah, not all the... Oh, he just got taken down by that mixed snow. Back on his feet, but it's more of a hit. It's more of a hit to your mental state than your score. You can pick up points again after crashing, but that feeling of being mid-run and having the perfect run in your mind and knowing you've already crashed takes a lot of mental strength just to get back on program. Little air over there, but not really getting the purchase. It's come around little switch section. Not sure that was intentional or just rolling with the punches. Now he gets the rewards of that top section of being able to lay out some big open turns through the bottom of the Sawa, through the valley, down to the finish. He's heading up to above those frozen steps. See what he's got. Oh, he's hung on through that, through the crud. Still got some life in his legs.
Some of the more difficult snow on the
yeah.
the
Not sure whether he wanted the highlight of his run to be a firecracker through Avi debris at the bottom there, but a 48 probably leave him in possibly in the middle of the field. No big crash. Okay, next rider up, Shin's younger brother Gobi Ajima. Hokushin, Northern Nagano family, and so much shredding in their blood. Go riding for Green Lab Snowboards out of Nagano as well. Big air in off the top into fluid turns.
Beautiful grab off the nose.
Big mute with a tailbone off the nose there. Where Shin was stacking up little threes, Go's gone for flow and speed. He's already at the cliffs. Different line, heading out, riders right. He's got a very fluid style. Cross-cording. What's he got? Cross-cording back under. Nice!
Beautiful!
That is a huge error at speed. And to big turns. Not the slightest hint of a check there. And a big indie with a little tweak of the nose over there. Hold it together, go! What?
Through the chunder and through the gate, no problem.
Right through the flags.
So steezy.
Yeah, that was power, flow, and speed.
Go's got the flow for show. Oh, so good.
Taking a feature that was eating some of the riders on the run out of the cliffs there and turning it into a hip to air across. He's going to be pleased with that.
Yes.
88!
Beautiful.
Oh!
Score so close.
So close to taking out Big Bro. 3 points behind. 88 behind Shin's 91. So we've got the Biajima brothers first and second at the top. Hiroto Mitsudome give a challenge and give the judges something to think about. Throwing some nice spray right out of the gate there. Fast and furious along the top. Riding for Scooter, another brand out of Nagano. He's heading over further to the rider's right, a more original line through some of fresh snow. Cutting back down to the nose.
Lining up the nose.
Back three. Oh, just punching through that crud that you mentioned earlier. He's got to pull his mind back in together. A few turns, reset. Playing around the side of the cliffs. We've seen the frozen features take out a few riders there. Perhaps wisely choosing to give those a miss. So while it looks like powder on top, the landings of those features, little tough punch at your landers, slightly front foot heavy, punch through that crust, and you're in instant front flip territory.
It's grabby snow as well. If you get a little too hard on the edge, it'll send you over. Ass over tea kettle. Oh! Just like that.
The toe catch scorpion through the finish line. If he's lucky, the judges may have considered that just a meter after the line, but he's just reliving the crash there on a couple of degrees short on the rotation, and boom! This is not the forgiving snow that's going to make you revert it round and smooth it out. But a 40 there from Hiroto. Next up, we have Simon Faves, originally from Switzerland. now living in Hakuba, Norikura.
Strong out of the gate.
Little tail grab there. Simon actually rode Freeride World Qualifier events back in 2014 in Europe, some podiums back there. So he has the experience. And that's showing already as he has the strength of mind to go his own way over there, not heading for the same hits as everyone else. Finding some new snow. The judges are gonna get tired of seeing everyone hitting the same lines as well. Little transfer melon there. Controlling his speed, but no stopping. This is a fluid, experienced run from Simon. Lining up the nose of the shoulder here. If you don't mind the mix of body parts. Little air back in. Not getting off course.
Solid.
Little shifty into some more fresh snow there. Looking relaxed and confident. Nice little transfer.
For some more one action.
Get it milking the most full line and then heading back down to the finish line. Yes, although not hitting some of the big features, but putting down his own line there.
I think that's a lot of the experience too. Maybe avoiding some of these features just allows you to stay on your feet.
Yeah, showing some of that competition experience to find the good snow and getting rewarded by the judges there.
Yeah.
Strong fluidity scores, racking him up a 73. He's going to be happy with that. Next out, we've got Keita Yamazaki, another Hakuba born and bred rider from Hachikuru, riding for K2 Snowboards. He said he was actually choosing to ride a smaller board here, his 5.2 party platter, because he wanted to throw down more of a freestyle approach. So we'll see if he can link some spins. Linking up a double feature there and a little triple off the last bit. He's got a very fluid, soft-limbed, surfy style. Beautiful turns there. He's placed in Freeride Hakuba before. We'll see whether this run is going to put him back see him on the podium again. What's he got? Oh, look at that.
Smooth. Ice-based butter.
Nose butter back 3 on the ice block that took out a couple of riders already. No problem there. Keita, new father as well. Congratulations there. Well, look at that. Turning those ice walls into wall rides.
Why not?
Smooth. That's showing his original style there with some butters, lining up features there. And just
one little check.
Beautiful nose butter there. Steezy. Let's see what the judges make of that one for Keita. 69.
I'm feeling fine.
It's a good score, and for Keita, not quite on the top, but showing us some good moves. Next up, Yoshihiro Sato. Big smiles, good vibes out of the start gate. So good seeing the riders all supporting each other out of the cheering each other on at the drop-in. None of that stony-faced competition vibes in the freeride scene here.
No, one big family. Everyone encouraging each other to just do their best and excel at what they do.
He's also following Simon's lead, looking for some fresh snow. Freerider skills of finding those little pockets between the tracks, heading straight down for the horseshoe cliffs.
And if he can just get past this.
Not able to line up a smooth transition into the apron there.
Seems to be a bit of a speed bump on the exit there that people are kind of getting tossed on.
Yes, you've got a little spine zone, and then you've got an apron underneath that is, depending on where you hit it, is either a nice transition or a speed bump to check your ambitions for your heading to the podium. not able to stomp that one there.
いや無事家族のもとに怪我しないで
Still happy in the finish area.
家族に
37.33 from the judges on the Rossi XV board. Not quite able to emulate Xavier's riding there.
drop in
Quick prayer to the mountain gods. Next out of the gate, we've got Yuki Okamoto, based in Myoko in the winters. Yuki podiumed at Freeride Hakuba before as well. He's a soulful free rider. Tends to look for lines rather than tricks. Also runs a Satsuma Imo, a sweet potato van, now sweet potato store in Myoko. If you're in there, head in for some baked superfood. Little air off the feature there, shutting down the speed. Just a hand dab. Another backseat, bounce to front seat to front flip. That's not the line he was looking for. Back on his feet again. Yuki will be a little he's not going to be too happy with that line. He's a rider that, oh, nice 3 there. Usually will piece together a very aesthetic, beautiful line and with some strong turns, but not able to find the purchase he was looking for on those cross-cording hits there.
Little bigger. I mean, it's not a trick yet, but that turtle backspin is definitely something.
Yeah, it's not the 360 he was looking for. Fanatic rider Yuki Okamoto with the 33. He'll be back again next year for sure.
3 2 1 drop in
Okay, more cheers out of the start gate for Shoichi Tokunaga. Nice little ollie off out of the start there. Hold it. Oh no, the butt check on the way in. That's not the start he was looking for. Heading out, Lucas left. Looking for a little bit of fresh snow to bump up the confidence after that early butt check.
Yeah, I think that snow just kind of surprised him a little. He was just saving it up for the horseshoe.
He's got some nice surfy style.
Back across.
Those surfing a few turns, that'll help
Yeah.
reset the confidence. Looks like he's opting to enjoy the face down rather than join the club of people getting chewed up and spit out by the bottom of the horseshoe cliff zone there. This relaxed surfy vibe. Picking out a few spots for some extra turns. So he looked like he was having fun. Look, just got a little too fast, a little too backseat there right out of the gate. So that showed the last of the snowboard bend there. Last rider there, 45 years old, still rocking a surfy style, but that score wasn't enough to challenge the leaderboard. We've seen some strong riding, we've seen some difficult conditions, but the Biajima brothers coming out on top. Let's take a look at his winning run again. Here we have him down in the finish area. Looking pretty happy with himself. Riding for Nidecker, Shred Optics, 2-for-1 clothing. GoPro rider as well there. 360 straight out of the gate. That is a statement of intent that he's here and means business. Another 3 there. Doing a little bit of windmill arms.
Truly a full bag of tricks.
Yeah, and Shin, one of the nicest people you would meet from Nagano, thanking everyone there after his run and picking up 300,000 Sanju Mang prize and a set of Toyo tires from the sponsor. The Toyo Tires Freeride Hakuba event might think tires is a bit of a strange prize to give people, but here, driving on snow or winter driving is one of the key mountain skills that you need to get to the hill and put down these runs.
If you can't get to the competition, you're not going to win the competition.
And Shin, he's just made a tiny house on a trailer. Check out his YouTube channel to see him building his trailer tiny house that he's going to be traveling and living in this winter. So those tires are the perfect prize for him. Okay, looks like the scores are coming in from the judges now. We've got Shin Biajima and Go Biajima. It's a family affair on top with Simon Faves in third. Showing that fluidity, the strength of mind and the experience to go his own way there. Rewarded with the third place on the podium. Biajima brothers, the power and flow of Go in second. And Shin, the big brother, on top.
So good.
Showing both the free riding prowess and the ability to piece a run together and stack the scores. 3 360s, a surfy line right through the critical guts of the horseshoe. Now it's the turn of the skiers with the ski men category. The snowboard judges can go and take a well-earned beer break, and time to pull out a few of the highlights from the ski list. We've got Koga. He is one of the people who came second. He one of the people trying to get the points to join the Freeride World Tour. We've got legends like Gen Sasaki. He's skied and done it all. And young guns like Tenra Katsuno, who's been on the International Junior Freeride World Tour and will bring some of that competition experience to bear on this phase here. So out of the starting gate, we've got our first rider, Masaori Fuji. He's a mogul skier, and this is actually his first freeride competition.
Being confident with hard snow will definitely be an advantage to him, no doubt. Often 2 edges is not better than 1 in punchy snow. That often is the case. We'll see how well he does.
3, 2, 1, drop in.
Yeah, he said that he just wanted to explore how much fun it was riding in the mountains. Wow,
just
he is
charging, no hesitation. Sastrugi's his buddy.
Used to charging down moguls. I didn't expect him to come flying out of the gate like that.
Sweet stomp. So much speed, just charging in such difficult conditions. Big arcing turns. Great control. That Sastrugi is not hard. Onto the steep face, coming in, looking for an off the prow, holding it tight.
Woo!
Oh man, that's so good.
That is the gnarliest line we've seen through the horseshoe.
Man. And over the chunder, no
Hold it
hesitation.
together.
Wow, keep your skis on.
He went through the finish line at about 100 miles an hour there, holding it. That was the gnarliest line through the cliffs that we've seen today. Wow.
It looked like he had just robbed a bank and he was running.
Straight out of the gate, like racing, bringing that mogul race background to bear there.
Making it a little double, skipping off the bottom. That was beautiful.
Wow, he's at the finish line before the judges are probably finished totting up their scores. That was a high-speed attack. For someone that was his first freeride competition.
He looks well experienced.
And 87.67.
Setting the bar high. And that's a
Masanori
difficult one
Fuji.
for the judges. Obviously, he scores incredibly well. But he's the first contender.
Yeah, if you drop that kind of run at the end of the competition, the judges can feel free to give you a super high score, but they know that there's a stack field coming next. Kango Doki, great atmosphere out of the gate. All the skiers going wild at the top there. We can barely hear the start announcer letting them into the face there. They are going wild up there.
Bringing out the cowbell.
Word has it they're using their shovels like Austrian cowbells, creating a great vibe as the skiers send it in.
Beautiful shifty off the top, through the dragon scales.
Kango Doki, great name. He's based in Hakuba. around 47. Probably spends quite a lot of time in the 47 park. We'll see whether he brings some freestyle skills for us here.
He's lining it up. Nice little shifty. That may be wise. That's the Chundari snow that has claimed so many others.
Again, no hesitation there. Looking strong and fast. Not quite as fast as Masaori Fuji, but I mean, who could be straight out of the gate? Little check and in.
Looking for some fun terrain in there.
An original line here off the end into the dark side, the shade off the end of the cliff band there. An original line. The judges will like that for line choice and making that transition look effortless.
Now he's bringing out the speed. Oh, he's stoked with that hold on to that ski.
Blasting through the chunder there.
Legs maybe getting a little tired, but he's looking solid. Nice run.
Yeah, putting together a little shifty on the air up high, combined with an original line over that nose into the shady end face, the north facing end of that cliff zone. Let's see how the judges score that one. The bar's been set pretty high right out of the gate.
It certainly has.
That was a tough act to follow. 54.
Good run for Congo.
Yeah, no, didn't crash and burn.
I think he got a little surprised by some of that snow texture, particularly in the shadow line. I think it was a little more gullied out than he expected as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Another Hakuba local turning up and taking part in the Toyo Tires Freeride Hakuba today alongside the big name pros. Koji Watanabe from Tohoku, the northern region of Japan, from Yamagata. An older competitor at 39, hoping to bring some of that experience to bear. All the skiers bringing a little bit of a different flavor. Nice shifty out of the start gate there. He's going fast too. He slowing down's not too much part of his ski vocabulary either. Just
finding that feature. That's the first skier off of that. And that, I think, would prove to work him well.
Catching nice tranny on the landing and opening up into some big turns.
Is he going to come over to the horseshoe or just keep on that super strong GS style?
Looks like he might have a racing background with those blasting big open GS turns.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Nice floaty.
Floating a transfer. You take that much speed through the turns and those little features become nice little Buddhas. Still sending it.
Strong airplane turn through the finish.
That was a fast run. The skiers here, as a snowboarder, it's pretty impressive to see how fast those skiers get down the hill. He looks happy with that. Koji Watanabe into second with a 70.67. That's a strong score. There's a lot of strong riders still to go, so we'll have to wait and see whether he'll stay on the podium with that. But he can go home and say, hey, I came to the bottom and I was in second. Next up, Daichi Motoki. 27 years old. Said he wants to jibun no jitsuryoku wo tameshitai. He wants to put his abilities to the test, and these conditions today are ideal for doing that. This snow is not taking it easy on anyone.
He's got a good controlled stance. Got to almost stay engaged the whole time with this snow, which is exhausting. It's certainly not hero snow, but people skiing it like heroes.
Daichi.
Yes, Becky. Little far.
Loses a pole. Does he keep his skis on?
Looks like he's got both skis and maybe dropped both poles. Oh, so disappointing.
Yeah, Hansen.
But he's stoked on it anyway.
Huge ski. Daichi skiing for Liberty Skis, representing there with a big sand on there.
Just a little over rotate, and then that soft snow.
Not able to do the Bodie Miller style one ski out there.
Going for the Herman Meyer, but it takes the Thunder Thighs.
Into fourth. 12 points. Not as big as the send there, but he knows that he didn't hold anything back there.
First backy in the field, though, setting a precedent.
There you go. It is possible, though. Ken Hirose out of the gate next. 30 years old, out of Hokkaido on some big Vector Glide skis. A lot of Japanese manufacturing skill as well as riding skill on display today.
He is amped.
Another one in a hurry to get to the knot, making
Big archer.
light work of the top section, heading back across. Nice transfer air there. Needs to be careful not to get too traversy, hitting the fall line now.
You can see how chattery it becomes with the speed check. I think that's a lot to do with how much speed people are just holding. It hurts to slow down.
They've been held up there, hiked up in the dark. Looks like the fluorescent bottom of his skis might be helping to illuminate the way down at this speed.
Certainly makes the judge's job easier on that. And what's he sniffing out over here?
Another little transfer, catching nicer snow, airing over the chunder and through the finish. That was a fluid line. Not the freestyle and technical gnar element through the cliffs that's really going to give the judges something to think about at the top of the leaderboard, but some solid fast skiing.
Great technique.
And a solid score as well, a 64.67 puts him into third. Third for now.
I think he's happy with it.
Daichi Furuya in the gate next. Another one that may be challenging for the top here.
The obligatory shifty hit on the top. Through the chunder. That Sestrugi is so demanding, and they make it look so good.
Yeah, this run is over in a matter of seconds for them, but whoa! Nice.
Big air.
Oh!
Bigger than expected.
Big crash.
And then into that a little more texture than he expected.
Straight into a cork 3 to layback landing. He's knows
having fun.
He knows that he can still stack points after the crash. That was a beautiful, stylish cork 3 off that rock after there, but unfortunately just going too big on the first end and full body checking the opposite side of the valley there. Looks like he's still trying to clear his goggles as well, so that 3 may have been partly blind.
Yeah.
Beating the snow in frustration. He was looking to crush it with if he could have linked together that double send. Big send with the grab.
Heartbreaking.
Double cork if you count the crash.
Exactly right. Super steezy, just a little tired. I can't see.
Next out of the gate, Tenra Katsuno, another young gun who's been on the International Junior Freeride World Tour. And so he'll be looking to bring that experience to bear on the face here. He's, in the past, has been the kind of young gun to sort of either crash and burn or take the win. Let's see if he can dial it back to match the conditions today. Big stylish air off that start booter.
Choosing to drop in a little earlier. That's why it's beautiful.
That was beautiful style shifty slash and pop and drop off there.
And another backy. Can he stick it? Yes, he does. Beautiful.
Nailing the backflip with full speed.
Just a little bit of a setup. What's he gonna do? Setting up for that
double triple,
and he holds it. That's beautiful. Oh, yeah, he's not done yet.
Big transfer into that last section there. He's just got to keep his skis on his feet.
He is stoked. And that's
off the shelf.
Yes. Beautiful.
And a little celebratory shifty pop. That was a combination of the big backy, the speed, and the line choice. He broke that cliff zone down into a triple drop, so each drop was not too critical, but able to stick the landing, unlike a lot of the men's snowboarding field.
Yeah, after that backflip and after the cliff. Oh, he's into first, deservedly so. 93.67.
The judges liked that as much as we did up here.
They have rewarded him. Oh, that is beautiful. And Max, another one. Super lucky to be here in Japan.
Yeah, some of the people who were here before the international travel ban are able to experience one of the best winters we've seen for a long time. Max Clinch, working for Central Snow Sports here in Hakuba, able to add riding in the Toyo Tires Freeride Hakuba to his amazing experiences this winter. Let's see what he's got for us. Likes to snowmobile in his spare time as well. See whether he's got able to go full throttle on this face. A few setup turns heading down towards the nose. And
evil snow snake bit the ski right off of his foot. Oh, that's so disappointing. Oh,
he's
Max.
getting the same experience that Ayasato and Yoko Nakamura got in the women's snowboarding, of probably his mind thinking ahead to the feature he was about to hit, and then boom, out of nowhere, the conditions taking off a ski.
Oh, that was absolutely a surprise for him. He did not see that coming.
And for the skiers, it's a bit of a double-edged sword, or a double-edged ski, in that, you know, with two edges, they can charge noticeably faster than the snowboard man and take more critical lines. But the flip side is they lose a ski and it's equipment failure, a DNF. They don't just lose points, the whole run is over. And that's it for Max Clinch. And we're over to Koga Hoshino. Came second last year in the Freeride Hakuba. He's going to be looking to challenge Tenra for the win here and get that holy grail of a spot on the international full Freeride World Tour. Blasting out of the gate.
Oh, man. Just going down the washboard. No problem. Still looking so steezy.
Based out of Yuzawa in Niigata, he rides the full spectrum of from street and freestyle to backcountry.
And the back and an over rotation again. Oh, just to slap.
I know the 90s are back in fashion, but the back slap landing won't be impressing the judges.
Just a little too much pop off that hit. That nose has got a booger in it for sure. Great line.
Another one. Back slap to kind of
pirouette spin.
The look up. The release.
Did he lose a ski?
Yeah, he's. That's it for Koga. He is going to be gutted there. He went for a really critical ballsy line there with not much of a landing to snipe. And the landing said, thanks, I'll take your ski.
Hungry for Koga. Oh, it's that speed bump at the landing. Dang it.
Well, he's got next year as well to combine those points to try and get that wild card spot into the full tour stop in Hakuba next year. Talking of Hakuba, another Hakuba local here, Sho Shimizu from the North Face Hakuba store. Great vibes, super friendly guy. Heading his own way, looking for some fresh snow on skiers left here.
Ooh. It looks fresher than it is. You see, he's hardly leaving a track in that wind buff.
Oh! What's that? Almost trying to get like an homage to Mike Douglas with this D-spin skip out edge loss there.
That was almost a Lincoln loop.
Hopefully he's still got his skis so he can keep going. Okay, a little pole clap for the audience. The hoots and hollers are going up. A popular guy in the Hakuba scene, but that is not the run he was looking for, as his skis vibrating and chattering there. Showing just how tough it is, even if you've got two edges. Well, to stay on those two skis, Sho, even with two edges, it is still tough conditions out there, which just goes to show how strong those top riders are who are able to throw down the freestyle moves and the power turns.
Exactly right. For most people, just skiing this slowly would be incredibly difficult.
Yeah, the average competent backcountry rider, this is the kind of run you'd get to the bottom and just be like, well, Thank God that's over and nobody's hurt.
Survival skiing at its finest.
Show with a 29.67 in 7th.
He's not hurt, and he survived.
Masakazu Shimaguchi up next. GoPro on. We'll look forward to seeing some of the POV footage from the riders here. Sniping out some fresh snow there. Always good for the judges to see riders heading into zones without tracks. Taking it a little slower. Do you think it's wise? Skiers staying within their limits or sending it for the occasion?
It's a toss-up right now. You can be rewarded for sending it, but just as easily, as we've seen, the landings can take you down. He's exploring some new territory over here. It looks like he's kind of on a bit of a journey.
That's okay. We saw with Simon Faves in the men's snowboarding, sometimes drawing your own line, painting your own picture on the snow. They're nice. It'll almost make a little double out of that cross court back in. You know, sometimes drawing your own line when everyone's heading for the same features can get rewarded by the judges.
Exactly right. If you can see the path, maybe it's not your own. Yeah, just having fun with the rest of it.
Keeping his skis on, avoiding some of that frozen crud through the finish line.
I mean, it takes incredible strength too. These guys have to be exhausted by the end, just holding it.
Yeah, I actually rode in the first Freeride Hakuba event here 5 years ago. You can't imagine how out of breath you are after a 1 minute run.
Yeah.
A 33 in 7th. Okay, he's catching his breath. The smile, half pleased, half regret. Next in the gate, Shinji Saiki. Let's see if he's psyched to put down a good run here.
He looks very stoic. He's got something on his mind. I think it's something good.
Still a lot of background noise from the skiers up there, supporting each other right down to the last rider. Great atmosphere. And a great show of the community here in the Hakuba Valley. Nice high-speed turn. Surfing his skis there. Back, making a little transfer.
That.
Keeping good speed and smooth style. The judges watching this through their binoculars, they can pick up on every scent of hesitation, but there is not a lot to be seen here, apart from the accidental switch transfer there. I don't think riding switch was part of his plan for that run.
I would have been surprised if he did.
What a shame there for Shinji. That was going so well. He was looking strong and just got back seat and taken round. Not able to pretend he was in the park lining it up. Switch there for a second.
Going so fast, going for a bit of a speed check and just got turned.
Maybe there's a lesson there. Save the speed checks for after the finish line.
I think slowing down is harder than speeding up.
All smiles from Shinji in the finish line. A 35.67, 7th place. Could have been a lot higher if he'd just been able to hold it down and crash somewhere after the finish line. Next up, Aren Kajita. Another from Tohoku up in the north of the main island from Iwate. A talented singer-songwriter as well as a talented skier. He's placed here before, 3rd last year. Another young rider as well. Nice pop and grab off that start gate, little bit of woo. Fluid, smooth style. Lovely little stylish shifty there. Straight into
rolling up the windows. And
almost gapping across to a little extra bit of transition there and avoiding the bombed out landing.
I think that's wise.
Keeping great speed and flow into towards the horseshoe cliffs. Minimal hesitation. Setting off a whole lot of slough.
And then back underneath and across his slough. Very steezy. That was sweet.
That was beautiful. That was like something out of the movies there, airing back across his slough and hooking back into a little floaty transfer. Hold it together, Aaron.
Oh, yeah. Well done. Oh, he will be rewarded. He's stoked with that run.
Nice. That was a smooth and fluid run.
Certainly a contender.
Yeah, perhaps lacking the backflips or spins, but smooth transfers and not a hint of hesitation. And one for the aesthetes out there. Beautiful aesthetics airing back across the slough.
Onto the podium, 7787. Beautiful run.
Haren sitting in third. Keep an eye on his Insta as well. Quite the entertainer. Next up, we've got Harunosuke Noge. That's a tough run to follow, but hope he can just put that all behind him, put the weather of the last few days, be in the moment right now.
Something playful.
Another older rider, 39 years old. Impressive to see so many free riders here, pushing 40 and still able to throw down alongside the pros in the Toyo Tires Freeride Hakuba event. Shows the strength and depth and the healthy free riding scene here in Japan that this event is showcasing for us. Nice spray, which we know is easier said than done today in these conditions.
Yeah, and that's beautiful control right there. Not going too fast, not going too slow. Beautiful arcing turns.
So hard to keep that happy medium where you're flowing and you're riding fast, but you're not losing control and not slowing down and showing hesitation.
Yeah, you can keep in the arc so you avoid the chatter.
Another an unsponsored rider showing us what it's got, and what an experience to be in here alongside some of the best free riders. And he's done a good job, smooth through the finish line there. Didn't go for the Hollywood huck with the 5% chance of landing. A fluid run, good control. That may get him a better score than he imagines there. A 46 up in 7th. There we are in the Hakuba Valley.
He's stoked to just be out there. What a beautiful day.
Okay, next up, Kazushige Sekiya. He won one of the Freeride qualifier events in Arai previously, based now in Obuse, just north of Nagano City. 40 years old, but his riding does not look like it. He's fast, fluid, and doesn't hold back. Beautiful style and attack there, throwing up a lot of spray. He's got a surfy, almost snowboarder-like style. Nice shifty there.
Well used. Woo. Oh, through the Sistrug. Oh, beautiful. Definitely looks like the snow's softening up for these guys.
Spence's Winters guiding and introducing the joys of Nagano.
Nice
set!
Big.
Oh,
tumble. That was one of the biggest sends
and
the biggest tumbles.
Whoa, Kazu.
Ay.
That was a contender run right up to there. No hesitation.
Sending it.
Pop and drop.
So difficult.
Pop and dropped all the way to the bottom.
Drop. He's got his DINs to 11, obviously.
Yeah. Oh wow, but it was cold leftovers there. Not dinner time for Kazushige Sekiya.
It nibbled up all his score. Oh, beautiful run though.
Only a 9.33 to chomp on there. A mere snack of a score. Next up, we've got Yuki Shibata out of Hakuba as well. On local brand Snowflake skis. Another mountain man spends his time guiding, taking his kids rock climbing in the summer. Let's see what it's got for us here.
Charging.
Full attacks already off that first feature, blasting.
Oh, he's not done yet.
coming underneath the nose and finding a little transfer underneath the nose and avoiding that bombed out landing. High speed spray. Very light on his feet. One of the smaller and lighter skiers in the field.
Into the horseshoe, solid, and over the speed bump, perfect.
Yeah, very light, delicate little skipping through those features through the cliffs there, throwing up some spray, popping back down and over that last bit of crud through the finish line.
Flat. Oh, that was wonderful. What a playful ski style.
Yeah, he put down a nice line. He did avoid the gnarlier section of the cliffs, which helped him lace together a run, but may cost him a little bit on the judges.
And a fifth.
A fifth,
Yeah,
a 66.67, and he looks stoked with that.
And the ice flag.
Back up to the top. There's a few riders left, but the noise is still blasting there as they're all supporting each other out of the gate. Yuhei Yamada next to drop. Icelandic skis. Splits his time between Hokkaido and Keystone. Would he be maybe used to this wind-swept backcountry conditions of more like Colorado than typical?
I would say
Japan
so,
and
yeah.
Hokkaido.
The front range of Colorado is notoriously windy. Sestrugi is his best friend, no doubt. They'd prefer powder, but he looks like this is no stranger to these conditions.
Looking very relaxed through these challenging conditions today. What's he lining up for us to hit? Off the side of the main Buddha there. Just sniping, taking a lot of speed back across.
Setting up for something. Little hesitation. Oh, he's going somewhere. Looking for something new?
Heading to more of the critical zone here.
Such a hard thing to line out. That terminal roll, you kind of just either commit or find it.
Double, and he stomps that and out across the apron.
Great control. A little more Bill Goaty than some, but obviously paying off, staying on his feet, and hard charging in the finish.
Oh, yeah. Speed out. Nice. Making a little double stager out of the spiny horseshoe cliff zone there. Little bit of hesitation to line up that one. Could have done with a bit more air at the top. Reflected in a 61 into 7th. He seems
He's still stoked.
He's stoked with that line through the cliffs there, but not troubling the podium. Next out of the gate, Takuma Fujita. A 35-year-old rider out of Tokyo. Some typical of the free riders who'll spend their time coming to the Hakuba Valley every weekend after from the big cities. What's he got for us?
Oh, no! Oh, he's petting the cat the wrong way, and he got pit. Oh.
Hitting traffic on the expressway to the Hakuba Valley there. Getting caught in the top ridge.
Oh, he looks like he's okay, but
and
that
he
looks
lost
like
a
a
ski.
bit of a painful, so he will not finish.
What a shame for Takuma. Got to pick his way off the face there and make way for the next rider out of the gate, who is Gen Sasaki, one of the most experienced riders who can just have fun today. Gen's seen and ridden it all, from street and freestyle.
Wow!
Oh! Bringing that to bear
that was
straight
not
out
expected.
of the gate.
Normally people shifty air. His backflip. That was beautiful.
Steezy.
And another one.
Huge
backflip. Just a little too far.
Oh, no, Gen.
Just got set. Stop it.
Oh, the ski's off. It's a beautiful, beautiful, slightly off-axis backflip right out of the gate into a huge transfer,
and just
double
a little,
backflip.
Yeah, the amplitude.
The tips go under, and it's instant front flip time and goodbye ski.
And you can see how soft to how hard that slide.
He's like,
again.
looking at that. What happened? That would have been a podium troubling run there.
Absolutely.
But skis are off, and it's a DNF. Back to Shun Hirayama in the start gate. A local rider from Hakuba. Another of the unsponsored riders here putting their skills to the test against the best. Linking together some fluid lines there and little drops. Although no big backflips, the judges will like the way he linked those small features.
Airplane.
Spoke too soon. Just not quite linking the features to turn flow there and getting eaten up by that breakable crust.
Just plunged it. Landing on one ski, it kind of looked like just a little too much airplane to the turn to stand up on it.
That is the difference between being able to throw down in a competition.
Oh, but he's still always choosing a really fun new line through the horseshoe.
He's edging his way into something here.
Why not have fun with it?
It's one of the bigger drops.
Billigoti and sticks it.
Nice.
Well done. Yeah.
Ride it out. Hold it out.
Holding it through.
And a little slash on the wall opposite. There you go. Representing himself well there with a good line through the critical zone of the spiny horseshoe cliffs there, despite the crash up high.
It won't be a podium spot, but that will be a happy point in his career.
Yeah, his head dropped through the finish line there, but I think he can hold his chin up there because that was a solid run out from the cliffs. Down in the finish area, a 37.33, sees him back in 11th, but he's down at the bottom, no injuries, a smile on his face. Next, Takuma Ida, a rider who spent time in Whistler as well as Hakuba.
Yeah, local. He's actually a bartender here at the Yohei Club as well. So late nights, early mornings.
Well, props to him for being able to stay up late serving the community here and get up early enough to shred the gnar as well.
It speaks volumes.
Hopefully he hasn't been drinking volumes the night before. It doesn't look like it. He is charging.
Oh, nice save.
Whipping that one back round.
And a backy. Yes, yeah. No! Just a slide under rotation talk. Oh.
Just watching that makes my back hurt.
Oh, potentially a little scorpion. He's okay, though.
Gives us the
Gives a clap.
And the I'm okay.
Oh.
Putting it all on the edge there. Held it together nicely. Sent the backflip.
Oh.
Slow rotation going for the big one. But dipping the tips like that.
Dipping the tips, swizzling, trying to stir the coffee a little too aggressively. Dang.
Got the full scorpion treatment. Next, out of the gate, we have the last of the ski men field. We got Yuki Kuwabara, an older rider now. Back in 2008, he was winning halfpipe competitions. Let's see if he's still got the knees for it today. The last rider at the gate, and we can still hear hooting and hollering in the background on the mic. What an atmosphere in the Toyo Tires Freeride Hakuba ski men's category today. They are showing the best of freeriding here. And Yuki's putting together some good runs early on.
Skiing solid. And off the nose.
A little up shifty there with a
little back scratcher.
Little back scratcher, a bit of a grab there as well.
Yeah, that was sweet.
A little old school freeride freestyle. Heading down towards the horseshoe cliffs. Cruising in, so blind for the riders as they come in above. Really working from memory.
Yeah, and the face check really didn't do a lot of good for them. Even if they were able to see their lines,
Coming through a
so
critical
hard to see
zone.
from the top.
Almost holding together a cross-court line, but getting tossed. Keeping his skis on, so he's not going to lose all his points.
And holding both poles.
But that's not the holding it together that he was looking for. But
He's just going to have fun with it.
After multiple decades of skiing at a high level, impressive that still got the knees to send critical lines like that.
Absolutely so.
Cruising through the finish line to wrap up the men's ski category.
You can see how just grabby that snow is, how it just wants to pull the skis apart.
Tried to billy goat into that transfer from that cornice over the spines, not able to just roll with the four line as he wanted. A 33.67. And on top, we have Tenra Katsuno with a 93.67 into first. Here he is in the finish area, riding for Salomon on the QST skis. Said that he basically, those are super fat powder ski. He tries to stay on them no matter what the conditions are, and that paid off for him today with that big backflip. Staying strong on the tails through the landing. A lot of four line, not much traversing, a lot of speed, straight through a critical zone of the cliffs, and straight to first place on the podium. That run really pulled together the power, fluidity, and the big flips as well.
Impressed me as much as he impressed the judges, that's for sure.
Yeah, he didn't really leave too much doubt in the judges' minds there as to who came out on top. The Corona era elbow of respect there as he picks up the prize money in the Toyo Tires Freeride Hakuba 2021 and a set of tires for his car. He is going to be stoked with that and looking forward to the next competition. Let's take a look at the results. They ripped the hell out of that face. I hope they've left a few of the landings in for the ski women as well. Woo! What a show from the men.
So good.
Can't wait to see what the women skiers have got lined up for us next. Okay, we have had a good show put on by the snowboard men for the judges there. Who'd want to do the judges' job? The snowboard judges headed up by Freeride World Tour Japan advisor Goro Komatsu, who also runs Protect Our Winters Japan here as well, doing a tough job. So next up we've got the snowboard women for the judges. Strong field again here. First up stands out Yoko Nakamura, the legend, the queen of Japanese freeriding. There she is in the start gate. Challenges to her will be local rider Sayaka Kato and GNU rider Aya Sato. But let's see what Yoko's got for us out of the gate. Yoko has won freeride competitions in Alaska, three-time champion of Tenjin Bank Slalom. But one thing she does struggle with is toning down the gnaw. She's so hardcore. She sometimes struggles with just dialing it back when she needs to really show her skills. But she's looking pretty relaxed out of the gate here. A little air over the top of the nose feet. Oh, no! She is so tough on herself, and she is going to be punching herself for that one. Just losing her edge in that mixed tough snow conditions.
We're familiar with that spot. It's taken out a few.
The snow snakes reaching up and just saying, goodbye, edge.
Oh, so heartbreaking.
Okay.
She's not done yet, though.
Back into her favorite kind of gnarly terrain there. A few little jump turns.
Yeah, lining up a good air.
Back through the apron, laying out a big
one
turn.
of the prettiest turns of the day.
That is not the line she would have wanted, but she's showing a little bit of what she's got there. She's really been setting the standard for women's freeriding in Japan. And just showing with a gesture there that she's like, what went wrong? What was I thinking? What happened? Just beautiful control. She is so at home in steep and gnarly terrain.
So strong.
Riding the Salomon Taka 155 board there. 49 from the judges. That's not going to be... She's always aiming for the top of the podium. Next up, Ayu Setogawa from Sapporo. Come down to Hakuba for the Toyo Tires Freeride Hakuba competition this week. The riders have been up early the last few days on weather hold, but up here now they finally get to drop in. She said that she actually enjoyed backcountry riding in Australia.
Yeah, believe it or not, they've got some. Some might think she said Austria, but no, she actually meant Australia.
That's what I thought. I was like, did she mean Austria? Nope. She's like, but whoa, where is she?
She's going stage right. Is she gonna come back in?
Maybe not got the memo on the course venue. She's heading into the area that the World Tour stop was last year and crashing. But she is already way out of the judging zone over there.
Going?
Her love of free riding in Australia, she has gone walkabout. Well, at least she's found some nice powder over there. She's getting a nice ride down.
She's getting the best snow of the day.
Oh!
Except for that, still soft.
Sorry, I just getting you there with the commentator's curse. Just when you say they're doing well, they crash. Laying out a few slashes there. She's finding some good snow over there. Needs to avoid a few of those big cracks.
Yeah.
There's a reason that zone is not part of the competition phase today. Big shout out to Dave Enright, who heads up the Evergreen Alpine Guides, all the local mountain guides, the local mountain rescue teams that work so hard to put this competition venue together. There are some big dangerous cracks over on the far lookers left of the face.
Yeah, she just snuck around one. Too much snow, too fast. Makes big glide cracks. Whoop, whoop.
So it's going to be a DNF for Ayu, who
Adventure bound.
still looking happy, but she will. Even that will have been a good experience for her, just knowing how to navigate the competition, how to read the terrain, and how to find out where you're supposed to go. Next up, we've got Nina Higashio. She is originally from Vancouver, Canada, now based in Nozawa. And she's actually here today on a rental board. She picked out a Capta Black Snowboard of Death from the Compass House rental store that she works in Nozawa. And let's see if she's got a gnarly line to live up to that name. She's a strong rider. She's ridden here last year and in the Freeride World Qualifier event in Arai. So she'll have some experience to draw on, and she's putting that to good use today. That is a smooth and fast line so far. Little air over there, piecing together a solid line. Finding another little ollie into a big, strong turn. She's a strong free rider. Getting fresh tracks, coming back into the guts there. Again, holding her edge strongly through some variable snow and now laying out some big spray.
Soul surfing. Watching out for chunder monkeys.
Yeah.
Over the ice ledges
nice.
and survives.
Dealing with hitting those icy ridges on the toe edge and turning it into an air. The judges are going to like that. That was good fluidity, good control, not seeing spins or too much on the freestyle side, but piecing together a solid, fast, fluid run. Nina Higashio through into the finish line, and it's a number 1.
Yeah, nice ride, Nina.
Into the high 70s there, 76 from the judges. That is a solid run. That's going to leave a question in the rest of the riders. Do they have to challenge, go for a broke a little more, add in some more air time that may lead them to crash? Or do they stick to their original plan? Next up, we got Sayaka Kato riding for Ride Snowboards. Previous winner of the Freeride Hakuba event. Just been filming up in Hokkaido as well, so she'll have her powder feet. Let's see if she's got her feet for this tough snow today.
Woo.
Originally from Kyushu, but been based in Hakuba for many years now in the winters. Strong, soulful freerider. Big turns there. Looking smooth, heading through into the same area.
Yeah, bigger air, little grab.
Yeah, already stacking a little bit of a freestyle element.
Oh, no! It's that same snow.
The same zone that took out Yoko Nakamura, taking out Sayaka Kato as well. That was lining up to be a really good run there. A few little jump turns. Some old school extreme style into the top of the cliff zone there, picking her way down. She's got to draw on that mental strength to focus on the next bit when she knows that she's just lost the perfect run so far on that little butt check up high. Nice, out of the cliff zone, into a few big turns.
Smooth.
Rather than a sigh of relief, it's going to be a little bit of a sigh of what if she had just been able to hold on through the mixed snow and the change of slope angle there.
One last little tickle on the ledges.
Cutting back. We'll be seeing Sayaka again next year for sure. Getting the indie grab as well, which the judges will have liked, but just not able to shut down the speed as she came through into that softer snow with the crust on top. Into the finish line. Let's see how much that hurt her score. Still looking happy as always. Sayaka Kato into second with a 57. In second, but a good step back from 70s to 50s. The other riders will be looking at that as an opportunity to get onto the podium. Next up, we have Rika Nihara, local rider working in the North Face store cafe here. If you head in and get a coffee from there, go ahead and say hey to Rika. Looking to blend some turns rather than coffees here. Let's see what she's heading down through some difficult snow there, but finding a nice patch. Throw some spray. Cutting back across to our lookers right, riders left to find some fresh, probably not as deep as she would have liked.
No, it looks a lot softer than it is.
What looked like powder, chattering out the edge there to a bit of a butt check. Still trying to piece together the rest of her line. Heading back across to sniff out some nicer snow. Little bit of spray, getting a bit of speed now, able to enjoy as the slope angle mellows out. Again, great to see the great camaraderie between the local riders and the pros who've traveled to Hakuba for the Toyo Tires Freeride Hakuba today. creating a great vibe. Women all supporting each other. Same on the men's side. Yeah, oh, nice little air off the end there. Just catching a little bit of frozen chunder and turning it into a little ollie launch pad. Able to have a little bit of fun on the way down there. She will be disappointed with that butt check up the top. And the snow, you know, if the wind had lifted, the riders spent the day before yesterday spent all that time building igloos, hiding from the wind. If the weather had cleared, Rika would have been dropping in deep powder. As it is, a 43.33 sees her into fourth. She's still happy and smiling. No injuries. That's what we like seeing here. At the Toyo Tires Freeride Hakuba, next out of the gate, we have Ayano Kasahara, originally from Shizuoka, now based here in Hakuba Village. Riding another Japanese board, a TJ brand. Little playful ollie on the ridge there. Lots of confident speed out of the gate. Picking her way down. Little check there, little hand down, but plenty of time yet for her to still build a line. The riders start out with around 60 points that the judges have in mind, and then they either lose or gain from there. And she'll be picking up some points with that speed and fluid turns there, if she can hold this together. Coming around under the main Buddha, back across
past the chunder snow. That's good.
Yeah, choosing not to go for a little air, but going for big speed with laid out turns for us here. Nice spray, looking solid. Clip. Just dipping out of our view for a second, but popping back out with enough speed that the judges will know that she had solid control through there. If they disappear for too long, they might think that they've something's gone wrong, but she was back straight away, on speed, on edge, looking solid. That was a fluid run there. Little hand check just on the ridge. She will have just lost a touch, but picking up a lot of points for fluidity and spray and picking out some nice snow down through the rest of the line. And she looks pretty stoked with that. She said she wanted to take the chance to show people her riding and have fun, and she's done that today, and all the way into third place with a 56.
One more rider.
One more rider, and this is probably this is the last challenger for the podium. Aya Sato, GNU rider from snow country of Niigata, films with Heart Films, really stepping up, taking that traditional classic path from freestyle ripper into freeride charger.
Strong out of the gate.
Nice. One of the riders one of the younger riders in the field at 25, although she's been riding since she was 3, and she'll be one of the people who will be aiming to take the crown from Yoko Nakamura as, you know, the top free rider in Japan, and she's not going to do it like that.
Just poking into the heart.
Yeah, trying to cut back too hard, flapping her arms in frustration. What happened? What was I thinking? Getting that.
That was a surprise.
Sinking the nose into that little wind lip there at the top of the run. Now, off the main Buddha rock there, no problem. But her self-talk is probably going to be pretty disappointed there. She's got to put that out of mind, and still got time to piece together some more points. Aya is one of the stronger free riders in Japan, and so just losing her edge, trying to come back across onto that nose, so out of character. Piecing together the turns through the chunder. No problem dealing with that, the difficult frozen terrain there, but unfortunately just sinking her edge, getting little hint of indie grab off that one as well. She's a rider who has the potential to link together freestyle and freeride, and but just not able to do it today. Fourth place for Aya Sato with a 55, but we'll be seeing her again next year. It looks like the judges have totted up their points. Nina Higashino with the win, 76. Let's take a look at her winning run again. Here she is looking stoked in the finish area. You couldn't look any happier. What a story. That is not one of the favorites. Looking past Yoko Nakamura, Aya Sato and Sayaka Kato, Nina coming here showing that she's got the strong legs to stomp it. She said her experience of the early Freeride World Qualifier event she entered was a brilliant experience, but she felt like she just didn't have the legs to really put a line together. She's been out there working hard, and that showed in that run, being able to make that difficult snow look relatively easy and put together a powerful and fluid run. Look at that board chattering under her, but the upper body staying really still and solid as she cruised down and pieced together some big, wide open fluid turns for a score in the high 70s.
Beautiful run.
Look at that nice run. No big traverses, lots of turns, making the most of the four line, and most importantly, staying on her feet for the win. Growing up in Canada, but bilingual in Japanese and English, taking home the cash from the Toyo Tires Freeride Hakuba and the full set of tires as well. So she's going to be motoring down the lines and cruising up to the hill with a fresh set of tires. Good work, Nina.
Yeah, Nina.
Toyo Tires Freeride Hakuba today. This, you're seeing the best of the riders. You also see them again next year in next year's Freeride Hakuba. And the winners will be combine their points. Will get a special wildcard spot in next year's World Tour, Freeride World Tour spot. So Aya will have a chance to come back and stack up some points again next year. So there we have it, the Freeride Hakuba Toyo Tires Women's Snowboard. We are moving through to the women's ski category next. They're going to give the judges something to think about. Judges headed up by Yoshimichi Sasaki, one of the most respected skiers in Japan. Let's see what the women have got for him today. Out of this field here, standouts, probably Miki Nakagawa out of Sapporo, bringing a lot of experience in competition. She's won a Freeride World Qualifier event in Kiroro before. Also, we've got Ono Yui, local Hakuba charger, who'll be looking to bring some of her fast-paced style, and she'll be the first one out of the gate. Also, Mina Itaba will be bringing some street style. But we're out with Yui Ono. You can't get more local to Hapo One than Yui. She's the daughter of Uncle Steven's Mexican restaurant, a few hundred meters from the gondola here, and loves to charge in the backcountry.
And it is apparent. She is hot out of the gate. No hesitation. Coming to the nose. That's impressive just to get past that chunder on the landing.
Speeding past everyone else's tracks there. Although she spent quite a bit of time in the Hakuba 47 Park, she likes to lay down fast, speedy lines more than technical tricks, and she is skiing true to that today.
Strong turns. Great form.
Picking up her skis to log a tiny little bit of airtime there, but it's all about speed and flow with Yui.
Yui.
Exactly. Yui is a true mountain woman. Spends early and late season. She'll be found camping up in the high alpine of Tateyama. Hold it together through the chunder there, Yui.
Well done, Yui.
That was a strong, fast, flowy run. We've seen how hard it is to hold it together and to be throwing up spray like that and making it look smooth.
Well done. She is stoked.
Into the finish area. First out of the gate in the women's, so she's sitting pretty for now, but that's not a bad score, 75.67.
That could hold her into a contention on somewhere on the podium.
Okay, next out of the gate, we have Miki Nakagawa, one of the favorites today.
What you got for us, Mickey? Yeah.
She is the wild card skier in this event, based in Sapporo, Hokkaido.
Great control down the razor.
Oh, beautiful shifty into the
yeah.
face there from the ridge.
That's some good air.
That will do her score no harm at all. Looking relaxed.
Off the nose.
Nice
little tweak.
Yeah, nice little bit of control on her way in as well. She knows how to piece together a run.
Super fluid. Holding the fall line.
Woo!
Yeah.
Throwing up some good rooster tails there. Such a strong skier.
She's got the eye of the tiger, just looking it and making it happen.
On Volko revolts 121 underfoot, even in the big fat skis, even in these crusty conditions down the bottom there. But she's got the strength to drive them.
Great run.
Through the finish. That was a strong run. Very controlled, very experienced riding to the conditions. She hasn't really shut down the competition for every other rider, but that's going to be up there. Into the finish area, waiting for the judges' scores. It's an
83, taking the top.
83.67.
Ooh, that'll be a high score. That'll definitely be something to keep an eye on. That was a beautiful run, Mickey.
With the tracks already on the face like that and the conditions today, it's gonna be tough to beat that score. But the door is open. Let's see what Chisato has got next. Chisato Sasara. Spencer Winters traveling around various resorts in Japan.
It's a brave territory going up there, finding some clean. Yeah, floaty little feature.
She made the podium at a two-star Freeride World Qualifier event here in Japan, part of the network of competitions that are helping to grow the freeride scene here on the competitive side as well as the healthy backcountry side. So she's not completely new to this, and she's skiing pretty fluidly here. Throwing up a little bit of spray there and taking quite a bit of speed through the...
She's got a lot of speed.
Through the guts.
Great control.
Oh, just getting forward. Don't
hold it together.
Don't sink those tips and do the instant front flip we've seen from so many riders already today. Shutting down the speed there before the finish. That is wise. And avoiding those icy steps over on the lookers left that have claimed so many riders today. Probably a wise choice, especially when your legs are burning with lactic acid as you come through the finish flags there. Little wave. She is happy with that. 59.33 into
That's
third.
a respectable score. That's a great run.
Big smiles from Chisato.
Yeah, bronze for now.
Next up, Ayako Kuroda.
3, 2, 1, stop it!
It's her first. She said it's her first freeride competition in 2 or 3 years. She's getting back in. See if she can get back into the groove right out of the gate here.
I think that's wise. Getting a little bit lower on the ridge, just avoiding that top sastrugi that is so deep.
She actually took time out of competitive skiing, both for travel and to graduate from university. So brains as well as ski technique.
Nice and floaty.
Let's see where she can put that mind to use with a good line choice here.
Yeah.
Nice little styly grabber and tweak. Little transfer there. Heading back across to some better snow. representing faction skis here in Japan. Perhaps wisely heading around the rather played out cliff zone.
She's working her way over Looker's left, though. What's she going to do with those icy ledges? Very fluid. Oh, what are you doing over
She's
there?
not done yet. That's easing her way in.
Watch it through there. Oh,
no!
Dang, snow snakes.
Oh,
It's just a little...
the cries of agony go up from the spectators and the judges within about 20 meters of the finish. Those steps, the riders who've done well have hit them at a little bit of an angle. We saw Masaki Kitai in the men's snowboarding lose a great run right there as well, and she loses not just the end of her run, but her whole run as her ski comes off and she gets the technical DNF there. No score, NS.
Oh, so close to the end after such a good run.
Yeah, that was lining up to be a good fluid run. But no break. We are back to the top with Mina Itaba. Mina, another challenger.
Still so much enthusiasm from everyone else at the top.
So good to see.
Yelling and screaming and cheering, and it is awesome camaraderie up there.
Mina, originally from snow country in Niigata, be used to a lot of POW, now divides her time between Niigata and Whistler.
Very strong start.
Also films a lot of street riding, and so we'll see whether she's got any freestyle skills for us today, although it's not the most forgiving conditions for that. Nice little transfer.
Beautiful.
Catching the tranny perfectly.
Into the shadow. That's some tricky transitional snow there. She has no problem with it. You can see where others before her have tumbled through there.
Yeah, racking up a few bit fluid turns and spray here, but perhaps not catching the features that she would like to show her freestyle skills on.
Solid run. That was beautiful.
Yeah, the judges will appreciate the fact that she made that drop into a nice little gap to tranny finder, controlling the speed without throwing the skis sideways on the way out. Good fluidity. And a third, 73.3. The judges liked it. Mina Itaba.
Well done, Mina.
Skiing for Armada Japan. She's pleased with that. Up at the top, we got Reimi Kusunoki. If you follow the Freeride World Tour, you may have seen her brother Taisuke Kusunoki, who's got one of the most fluid, beautiful, soft styles in skiing, who is a wild card in that. Now it's Reimi's turn.
Yeah.
A little shifty out of the top there. Reimi from Osaka originally, spent her winters in Hakuba. Lining up some...
Yeah, first use that feature.
Yeah, great to see someone finding some new feature, popping off it, and pitting herself in a little white room of spray afterwards without slowing down.
Just perfect control. Beautiful alpine skiing.
Little shifty up there.
Across the Sestrugi. Great transfer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lovely little linking together those little wind-blown hips to make little transfer air.
She is obviously having fun.
Escaping the backseat ride there to keep line together.
Not hiding too far. Little chatter. Oh man, skiing strong.
Making those turns look good. She's used to making it look good on Instagram, and she's doing it in the competition today as well.
Well done. Good show.
Perhaps not as quite as fast as some of the other riders, but she really linked together a good number of zones there.
She really did. She explored the face. And
A 61.
just shy of the third.
Maybe that lack of speed, a little bit too controlled, a little bit too conservative, not quite as pedal to the metal as some of the others. Just costing her a place on the podium. Next we got Reika Izawa.
Our final rider, final skier for the day. She's seen what can be done, and now we'll see what she can do.
She's podiumed at Freeride World Qualifier events around Japan before, and she is not holding back out of the gate, blasting down there. Riding for K2 Japan out of Hokkaido. Hold it together, Reika.
Bit. Right back into the driver's seat. Looks like she's looking for some new uncharted territory. And nice. Well
Little
done.
air off the center Buddha rock there. Hooking around. Building up some turns. Not quite flowing just as well as she did straight out of the gate.
Just such tough snow. She's still skiing so well.
Harriman, she's the last one down out of a packed field of skiers and snowboarders, men and women, and still finding a little bit of fresh to throw up some spray.
Yeah, so exhausting, so demanding.
Through the
Yeah,
finish line
well
and wrapping
done.
up the women's field.
Excellent. And to not crash on that feature. Holding it through that turn, that's beautiful.
Possibly not the complete run she was looking for, but staying on your feet, riding smoothly, you're still going to end up above all the people who go big, go home, and lose a ski.
Exactly right. They will go home.
Miki
Miki.
Nakagawa, out of the wildcard rider out of Sapporo, riding for Volcal and Peak Performance here in Japan. That winning run was a great example of competition skiing. She didn't risk too much, but knew just how much she needed to do to get to the top of the podium with the transfer air and fast controlled skiing.
Yeah, just so clean, just such beautiful arcing turns. Very little hesitation. Right with the fall line, very little traversing.
Making really mixed, semi-tracked out conditions look comfortable. A big task for strong legs.
Yeah, so impressive.
Whew, and that wraps up the women's ski category. Solid riding there.
Man, the Magnificent Seven, to be sure.
It's showing that the women in Japan rip too. And great work from the drone pilots, as you said there. What view. We can just see them as specks picking their way down that face here. You guys are getting a great view from the drone and the production team. The results are coming in from the judges. Local hero Yui Ono sending it fast and loose into second. And Mina Itaba rounding out the podium. Good job, women. And that wraps it up for the Toyo Tires Freeride Hakuba 2021. What a show we've seen today.
So good.
Not the most ideal riding conditions. I'm not sure I would have wanted to be out there at the start gate this time. From the snowboard men, we've seen the battle of the Biagima brothers. Over in the women, we saw a lot of more established names falling foul of the mixed snow conditions today, and a fresh face on the podium. Nina Higashino, someone to watch out for there as well, on a rental board and absolutely destroying it. Over in the skis, that was youth over experience, the young guns. Tenra Katsuno blasting into first place, only 20 years of age, a new star of freeriding in Japan. Meanwhile in the women's, Miki Nakagawa coming out on top there, showing her freeride experience. But what an event, and what a venue. We're here in the Hakuba Valley today, and we've got to just give a big shout out to the production team and all the teams that it's taken to put on this event. The production team that's had to haul their gear in and out every day. That wind that we were all hiding in the day before yesterday, unreal. Evergreen Alpine guides heading up the slope security to make sure that the riders can do this as safe as possible in the back country, and putting all that together takes some pretty good sponsors. Title sponsors Toyo Tires. It's great to see a brand that's actually been supporting the freeride community in Japan for the last few years, not just the title sponsor of this event, but partnering with brands to support freeriding here. KDDI and AU5G actually partner with Hakuba Village, helping bring technology into the snow clearing, which is a huge effort for Hakuba Village, and support the infrastructure. Just the teamwork among all the sponsors and the event to pull it together. You see brands like Peak Performance, a lot of their riders riding here today, not just making outerwear, but supporting the culture of freeriding in Japan. It takes teamwork to make the dream work, and that's been a dream event all the way from 5:30 in the morning 3 days ago as we all headed up for the face check to today when we finally got visibility for the riders to throw down for you out there. Next year's Freeride Hakuba will give the riders a chance to stack points to get that magic special wildcard spot in the World Tour full stop at Hakuba next year. So it's not over even for the riders who crashed out today. So from the beautiful Hakuba Valley, we'll see you again next year.
Arigato.
Mata ne.
Mata ne.